I'm Jacy from Craft Life, and I'm here today to teach you how to make a rainbow loom 3D mini ghost charm on your rainbow loom. If you would like to make this on your monster tail, I have a video for it, and I'll put a link in the description box below if you would like to check it out. But today I'm showing you how to make it on your rainbow loom. My mini ghost charm and my candy corn charm are the same size, and you can use these as earrings like I'm wearing here, or anything you want to use them for. And if you would like to make a candy corn, I have a video on my channel if you would like to check it out. So the supplies you'll need to make this are a rainbow loom, rubber bands, today I'm using white and black, a rainbow loom hook or crochet hook, a pencil, scissors, and something to stuff your mini ghost charm with. Today I'm using polyfill, but if you don't have polyfill, you can use whatever you have and want to use to make yours. So please get your supplies and we'll begin. To begin, we are going to leave our rainbow loom in its staggered setup like this. And we are going to be using these 8 pegs on the end here. So we're going to start by making X's, and on each end, we are going to double the X's. So we're going to twist them around our finger before we lay them. So take your first rubber band, twist it around your finger, and then you're going to make an X from this peg all the way over to that peg and push it down. Now we're going to make another X from here to here, and it's going to be doubled, so twist the rubber band around your finger and make an X. Now we're going to push that down, and now we're just going to make a regular X, so don't twist it around your finger, just lay it. And then push it down. And then finally we're going to do a double X, so twist it around your finger and push it down, and make one from here to here. And then push that one down too. So now on the inside we need to fix up these holes, and we're just going to lay an X here, push it down, and lay an X here and push it down. And these 2 X's that we just laid are not double, we just laid them down. So now we're gonna turn our rainbow loom so that all the arrows point towards us, and we're gonna start laying our rows. Now we have a bottom row and a top row, and it's gonna be kind of hard to know how many to bring over the top. So you're just gonna make sure that you have 2 loops at the top here. And then you're going to bring the rest over with your hook. And on each end, you want to stick your hook in downward, push your finger in the middle and hold it down, and bring it over. Now you're just going to push this down, and we're going to do another row. Now we're going to bring our bottom 2 loops over the top on all of our pegs. So just bring the bottom 2 over the top. And push these down. So we've just done 2 rows together, and you want to have 4 rows in total before we start the eyes. So you're just going to do 2 more rows of what we just did. So lay your rubber bands in a counterclockwise rotation, then bring your bottom 2 loops over the top in a clockwise rotation and push them down as you go. So please do 2 more rows of this so that you have 4 rows in total, and I'll be right back. I just did my 2 more rows, so now I have 4 rows in total, and now I'm ready to add on my eyes. So to begin, I'm just going to lay 1 white rubber band here, and then this is going to be where I'm going to place my first eye, my second eye, and then all the way around with white. So what we're going to do is take a black rubber band, twist it on your hook 4 times, like this. So now you have 4 loops on your hook, and you're just going to grab a white rubber band, place it at the top of your hook, and I'm just going to pinch some rubber bands over the top and onto the white rubber band. And now I'm going to slide my loops into the middle of the rubber band. And so I'm going to place my first side of the rubber band on this peg and then stretch it out to this peg. So place your first side there and your second side there, like that. Now we're going to make another. We're going to place our first side down here and our second side down there. And do not push these rubber bands down yet. And now we're going to go all the way around with white. Now we have a bottom row and a top row. And we're just going to bring our bottom 2 loops over the top on all of our pegs. And on the pegs where we laid our eyes, we're going to be very careful. So now you can just push these all down. And we're going to do one more row. So please do one more row, and you're just going to lay your white rubber bands all the way around. Then bring your bottom 2 loops over the top in a clockwise rotation and push them down as you go. So please do one more row, and I'll be right back. I just finished my last row, my one more row, and now my ghost has 6 rows in total, and on my 5th row, I added eyes. And so now I'm ready to finish up my ghost, and so what we have to do now is hook all the way around, and to do that we need to make a quick change. So on this peg, we're going to take the bottom loop and switch it to the top, and take the top loop and switch it to the bottom. So I'm just going to take the top loop and put it on my finger, and then with the bottom loop, I'm going to put it on my hook. Now I'm going to put the loop that is on my finger down first, and the loop that is on my hook down next. So now we are ready to hook this all the way around, and we're going to be starting on this peg. So stick your hook in, grab the bottom loop, and bring it to the peg next to it. And you know it's your bottom loop when it hooks the loop behind it like it just did here. So I'm just going to continue to go all the way around. And I'm going to grab my bottom loop, bring it to the peg in front of it. Make sure it's your bottom loop. It is because I hooked the 2 loops behind it. And then continue. So now we are going to hook backwards, and to do this, you're going to pull back your top 2 rubber bands so that only the bottom loop remains. And you're going to grab your bottom loop and bring it to the peg behind it. So now pull back your top 2 so that only one loop, which is your bottom loop, remains. You're going to grab it and bring it to the peg behind it. And do it one more time. Pull these back and bring this back. So now on our last peg here, we're going to stick our hook in and just move it over to the side here where there's a space, and we're going to pull one loop through the top, place it back on, and pull one loop through the other. So we just made a slip knot to end all of our hooking, and now we are going to make a chain. I have mine already made, and this is a double chain. It is 8 loops long, and it takes up 16 rubber bands. So to make this, you're going to start by taking 2 rubber bands, placing them on your hook, grab 2 more, place them at the top of your hook, pull this through, slide this up, place it back on, and pull these 2 loops through the other 2 loops. and pull that tight. Now we're going to take 2 more rubber bands, place them at the top of your hook, pull this through, slide it up, place it back on, and pull these 2 loops through the other 2 loops. So that is how you make a double chain, and so far we have 3 loops, and you want to have 8 loops in total. So please pause the video, make your chain, and press play when you are ready. So now that we have our chain made, we are ready to sew up our ghost charm. So we're going to start on this peg, the peg that has the slip knot on it, and if you have a rainbow loom, you can take off this row. I'm just going to show you how to do it without taking the row off. And you're going to stick your hook in, slide it through this opening, pull this up through until you get to the second loop. And as you can see, mine already came off, and that is fine if yours comes off too. So now for the rest of these, we're going to stick our hook up. And see how my hook is diagonal? It fits between these 2 pegs and these 2 pegs, but it's at an angle. And then I'm going to pull my 2 loops down. And I'm just going to pop off the rubber bands as I go on this row. So stick your hook up, and again it is diagonal, and then pull it down. Stick your hook up and pull your chain down. So now we are ready to do this side, and this side you don't have to do anything special like we just did. And we're just going to stick our hook up and pull our chain down. So now we are ready to pop off the rest of our rubber bands. And then slide this out of your rainbow loom. Now we are ready to finish our ghost, and we're going to start off by stuffing it. So we don't need to put a lot of stuffing in our ghost, but you determine how much you want to put in yours. So we're just going to start by opening it and then placing some stuffing in it. And if you have a hard time putting stuffing in, you can use a pencil to help you. So now, once you think you have enough stuffing in your ghost, you're just going to pull on your chains. So now it is sewed up at the top, and we need to tie these in a knot, so just tie them together. So now we're going to cut right above where the 2 rubber bands meet on both of our chains. And now you can leave these 2 together and just pull them down twice, or you can make it like this. You can stretch these out. And then you're going to pull all 4 down in different directions. So I'm going to stick my hook up through the inside here and then pull 1 down at a time. Now I'm going to leave this rubber band at the top here. So now we are ready to make some arms, and to make these, you're going to take 1 rubber band, twist it on your hook 4 times, like that, and then I'm going to take another one, twist it on my hook 4 times. So now I have 8 loops in total, and I'm just going to take 1 rubber band, and this may take a while, but you're going to pinch them all over so that all of your 8 loops are on that one rubber band, you're going to place that side back on and then pull one loop through the other and pull that tight. So now we just made one arm, and you're going to do the same thing to make the other. And now we have 2 arms made, and we're going to attach these onto our ghost. So what you want to do is stick your hook wherever you are going to put yours, and you're going to stick it through the back. And I'm just going to do it, and I'm going to have one loop here, and I'm just going to stick it through like I did here on this one. I'm going to pull a loop, the loop on the end of it, through the front, and then I'm just going to wrap this around twice. I'm going to show you again how I did this. So I'm going to stick it through the back, pull this loop through, like this, and now I'm going to take this loop and I'm going to put it over the arm. So you don't need to use a hook to do this, so put it over the arm and twist it on twice. Like that, and now your ghost is done. This is what they look like when they're done, and I might attach these to earrings like I did here, but you can do whatever you want to do with them. And I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you liked it, please give it a big thumbs up. And if you make some, I'd love to see them. My Instagram is CraftLifeUSA, so please tag me in a photo. And don't forget to like us on Facebook, pin it on Pinterest, and subscribe right here on YouTube. I hope you're living a craft life just like me. Thanks for watching. Bye!